Yo, what is going on, my well-endowed friend? You have made it right now inside of this very free, I guess we can say bonus video report. Okay, so technically, how this is gonna work is what is it, on the right or below me, below this video is you're gonna find the actual downloadable report for 10 masterful ways to champion focus and create a purposeful and well-endowed life. It's gonna be great. I'm super happy for you because I know you're gonna love it. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's really highly in depth. It's literally what took me from being broke, depressed, and like just really in a bad place. I don't like thinking about it because it keeps bringing me back to that, dude. Now I'm free, I'm independent, I'm a leader of men. I am now also known as America's premier self-awareness coach for men. It's gonna be great. We're gonna kick some ass here, but the reason why you're actually seeing this video isn't just to congratulate you and thank you for your actual time and your being here, because I fucking appreciate that. Thank you. Is because now that you are a part of GF Peak Performance, the family here of peak fucking performers, because you are a family member with us, VIP, I want to let you know that I always over deliver actually for my best clients, my VIP clients, my family. All right. So that being said, I'm going to be giving you actually temporary inside access to one of my more exclusive trainings that I shoot only for my VIP clients who actually pay me thousands of dollars just to go to them, meet up with them, actually teach them this stuff so that they can better their lives, they can hone in their focus, and they can actually just break through all of these limiting fucking paradigms, because literally that is what this is, limiting paradigms that are holding us back. These little negative beliefs. All right, it's bullshit. I know this, you know this, maybe you know this, I hope you know this, but dude, top-rated copywriters, high-ticket closers, entrepreneurs, and even average everyday guys are taking advantage of this stuff. Like, I don't want to say no more because I don't want to extend this video too long. So what you're going to see in a moment is a flash to that video portion. I hope you enjoy it. Cheers. Again, I'm Gil Franklin, America's premier self-awareness coach for men, and I'll see you in there. Cheers. So within this next portion, this one is just the same. It's within the paradigm shift, and what I want to get really clear with you right now is this. The difference between massively successful people versus the average human being or the average everyday Joe. All right, what are the differences? So what I had to do, what I did for you, and what I want to do specifically for myself so that I am clear and that I'm giving you the results that are on point. I brought up my notes just very temporarily so that way we can get some real specifics on what is true and what is the difference between the two. And we're going to go more into it with here. All right? So the difference between the two is this. The average everyday Joe views the world from only one perspective. They always follow the rules that they are given, and they take the safest route possible and always find excuses for not taking the initiative or going on any free form of adventure. Okay? More succinctly, they are a product of their environment. Right? They are a product of their environment, right? Now, the massively successful person, self-made visionaries, men, revolutionaries, just like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Bruce Lee, Walt Disney, everybody else. Like, if I had to give you the distinct differences that separated the two, it's not much. It really isn't much. But what I will show you is something that I've learned from my mentor that can help you distinguish the inborn mindset, paradigm differences between the two, how they perceive this world, how they perceive the actions, how they perceive the challenges in the world that really do separate them and make them stand out from any average individual on this planet. So let me show you this diagram right now. All right, so this is where the 99 percentile of the average human being, or men, more namely, that's why you're watching this, because I'm assuming you're a man, they live right here, comfort zone. They literally fear to step out of that zone just because of, like as I said, fear. Fear, my friend, is not real. It is a very thinly veiled gauze that lies in front of you. It is a thought, an irrelevant thought that places itself in your head, in the analytical part of your mind, so that your brain can analyze it and just rationalize it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where you're fucking scared shitless. All right, that is fear, and that is where the 99 percentile of average human beings live, in that comfort zone. Funny, right? All right. So what separates? So excuse me. If this is the 99%, then the 1%, meaning like the Steve Jobs, the Richard Branson, the Bruce Lee, the Elon Musk, the Walt Disneys of the world, where do they lie? What separates them? As we've already discussed before, it really isn't much. It's one thing. As I've said also before, we're not going to go through it entirely, but I'm going to give you this trinket that I've learned from my mentor. And it is this. It's so simple, it's pathetic. It's this. Draw a different layer. Boop, boop, right? Oop, well, whatever, who cares? Right there. So this layer is where the 1% lives. The Walt Disneys, the Bruce Lees, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, I think I said Walt Disney already, Elon Musk. They live right there. And this is called outside the comfort zone. What the fuck? Comfort zone. Okay? This shoreline. This area. Not that circle, not the circle, but this area. This is where they coincide in their life, all right? This is where their beliefs, their actions, their thoughts, the reactions they get from other people, their interpretations, their self-image, everything like that. It all comes from here. Not the comfort zone, outside the comfort zone. All right? What really, like, it's just a mind fuck, and when I think it's kind of funny, what separates them literally is just this right here. I have a shitty marker, but I won't. This line. Comfort zone. Oh, that's shit. This line right here. The comfort zone and outside the comfort zone. That line. Take that in for a moment. That is what separates them. And what is that line? That's just the barrier. That's just the fear. That's just the false and limiting beliefs that hold them back, that hold you back, excuse me, from becoming everything and anything you want to fucking become in this world, right? And as you know, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. When you get over this little fucking fake, invisible, imaginary line, this is where you will live. This will be out here. You will be outside your comfort zone. Everything and anything is possible from that point. It is up to you, therefore. We're not, for reasons we're not going to go into in this training, that is where we're going to end that part, right? So that is the difference between massively successful people versus the average human being or average everyday Joe, okay? That's beautiful. Cool. So awesome. Now that you understand step one, you have the basic gist of the paradigm shift of what you need to know, what separates you from the massively successful people like Elon Musk, Richard Branson, Walt Disney, Bruce Lee, Steve Jobs. Now it's time to move on to step two, the visionary initiative, all right? So why does this matter? Right? What is a visionary's initiative? What does the word initiative by itself mean? All right, nothing? You don't know? All right, well, initiative really means your actions, the actions that you need to take. What is important to you? What is a visionary? A visionary, we already know, we've already covered. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Bruce Lee, and you, just like you. No fucking difference. The thing that separates you and them is this little line. They step out. You step out of your comfort zone, you go into this zone. You make this outside zone, all right? You make this zone your comfort zone. And then after that becomes too regular for you, you step out of that, you create another zone. You step out of that fucking zone, and then this becomes your next zone. You keep growing and growing and growing and growing, right? That's what you need to understand, and that's the similarities between you and them. Okay, so now the visionary initiative, the visionary's initiative, whatever you want to call it, is this. Summed up, pretty much. If you want something you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. Simple. Simple as that. If you want something you've never had, then you've gotta do something that you've never done, alright? So now that has to relate with your thoughts, your beliefs. How do you interpret the world? How do you go about into the world taking action on what you want to do? What is your daily schedule? Getting clear on what you fucking want for yourself. What, like if you have a 10-year goal plan, 5-year plan, doesn't matter. It's a vision. It's something much bigger, much broader, much more, I guess it's almost introspective, yet it is extrospective at the same time, right? So the most important part I would say that has to go with this is knowing yourself. Know thyself. How do you get to know yourself? Some people ask me that. I get some clients that ask me like, yo, what do you mean by know thyself? What do you mean know myself? How do I get to know myself? Well, dude, take a moment. Like, put your phone down, stop playing with Facebook, get off Instagram, stop playing with Snapchat, put that shit away. Put your phone down, sit still. What the fuck is bugging you right now? Sit with that. What in your life is eating you? What is holding you back? Just think about these questions for yourself. Who or what? When, where, why? You can use those questions actually. All those, they can co-inspire as to what. For getting to know yourself. Shit, yeah, that'll work better. Who, what, when, where, and why, and how. Who's fucking you up? Why is it fucking you up? What is fucking you up? Who, what, when? When are you doing this thing that's fucking you up? Who, what, when, where, why? Why are you doing that? Where is it happening? How is it happening? Okay? Know thyself. That's basically a summary of that. Awesome. Man, you're almost done. You're right there. Look at that. We're on the final fucking step. We're going to crush this right now. It's going to be so beautiful. All right? So the third and final step of this process, this is literally by far the most important part that you need to understand. It is for you. This is what's going to separate you from every other person that you can think of in your life. It's going to make you be a fucking rock star. If you pull this off, you will be the rock star. You will be champion. You will be a millionaire. You will be whatever you want to become in this life, if you do this last and final step, all right? But first, before we jump into that, what I need to make sure that you know, it's almost, I can't say it's a side effect, it's a byproduct of living this way, especially if you live in a similar environment where people don't always see eye to eye as you do, okay? And that is this. As you start to live and make this paradigm shift, right? And go into your own initiatives, becoming clear on what you want, stepping outside of your comfort zone all the fucking time, doing this, keep growing and growing and growing, creating your new comfort zone, getting used to that, mastering that, then breaking out of that one, making a new one, growing, becoming the best natural and rambunctious fucking version of yourself every day for your life, for the people around you. What you go into experience, as I have a lot, is you are literally going to start thinking differently than you have in the past. You sometimes, just sometimes, not all the times, will, as you have close friends, they won't, at some level you might not connect with them just because you think so differently. And it's not a bad thing because you can always adjust that, but at what point you do want to be careful who you are always hanging around with. Therefore, be careful who you spend your time with, because you will be thinking a lot differently. You will, in order for your actual success, in order for your actual energy level to be high, in order for you to be fulfilled, more fulfilled as a human being, you have to preserve time for yourself, your thoughts, your beliefs. You have to fortify them. You have to make sure that you take care of yourself first. You have to think a little bit differently than you have from the past. And as a byproduct, sometimes, just sometimes, that means you're not always going to be available to friends, just because you have to build for me, this empire, this nation of guys, 70,000 people strong, right? Badasses of men who are their best, most natural, fun, and rambunctious versions of themselves for the women in their life, for people in their life, for the opportunities in their life. Stuff like that. You have to want something huge for yourself, this vision. You're going to think much differently from a lot of people. And that by itself is going to separate you. It is going to segregate you into almost a corner. Almost a corner. You can believe it's going to put you into a corner, but you're always going to be fighting out of it. What I want you to be aware of is that that is a byproduct. So be careful who you spend your time with, who you allow to be around you, whose thoughts matter to you. That's a better way to put it. So just be aware of that. When you start to think differently, you will become a lot different. You will be seen different from other people. That is a byproduct of what happens. All right. So now that you got that, step 3 of this process. Step that Elon Musk, Walt Disney, Bruce Lee, Steve Jobs, and Richard Branson themselves, yeah, I got that right, all took. The hardest, I could say by far the hardest, but the most beneficial part if you can pull it off. You can't pull it off because you're training with me. It is this. You burn the bridges, all the boats, and all the scapegoats that can prevent you from not attaining what you want, from your goal, from your achievement, for your dreams. Call it cheesy, you can call it whatever you want. You're going to burn all the bridges, the boats, and all the scapegoats that can prevent you, that can hold you back from getting whatever the fuck it is you want for yourself. Because again, you're right here, right? You're down here. You want to be up here. Within that line, within this change, that space is a period of things you have to do. You have to, what is it right there? You have to attain probably some skills. You have to, that would mean you have to be able to talk to people. In order to talk to people, you have to be charismatic. You'd have to be kind of charming. You'd have to be pretty witty, pretty smart, kind of cool, witty, cool girls and all that shit. You'd have to be able to attract the right people into your life through your thoughts, through your actions. You have to be able to inspire them, right? You inspire them naturally by aspiring as yourself to become the best version of yourself. And through that, as a byproduct, you inspire other people. Well, anyways, what that really means, step 3, is that this is where you make the willingly and all-in commitment to take everything you do within this process seriously. Everything you've learned right now, you make it happen. This basic 3-step formula to get everything you want. You make the commitment. You burn the bridges, the boats, and the scapegoats. Everything that can stop you. So, let's see what we got here. You make the commitment. Expected. So, yeah. This one's a little harsh, but it is important and it is critical for you. Some people can do it, some people cannot. I have done it multiple times, and I understand as a byproduct what happens. Throughout your life, whether however old you are, you may be 17 and watching this, maybe you're 22 and watching this, maybe you're 37 and watching this. It doesn't matter how old you are, all right? There are going to be people that are like vampires. I like to call them time vampires. I mean, sometimes I mean this in the most respectful way possible, but they can be family, they can be friends, they can be close friends. You love them, but dude, they can suck your time. Time that can be used to grow and to become this natural, best, fun, and rambunctious version of yourself. Because you know, as sometimes you leave an interaction with someone, even though you love being around them, you've had a great time, but they keep talking, and they keep talking, and they keep talking, and they keep talking, and it's like, fuck. It's kind of like they're sapping away their energy. And then you leave, all of a sudden you leave that interaction, and now you're tired. You're like, man, I have no energy. I can't do anything. You've lost that spark. You've lost that rambunctiousness, that gumption to get you going. And that is important. This is saving that. You have to be aware. One of your priorities right now after you finish this training is for you to figure out in your life who is stealing away your time. And how could you possibly, write it down right now, lessen the effect of that? how could you possibly see them a little bit less? Not in a disrespectful way, but in a sense that it's not robbing you so much of your time and your energy to do what you want. Because if you think about it this way, you are only truly happy when you're doing something that you want in your time and your leisure. If I wouldn't be able to do this, I wouldn't be able to do this myself for you if I didn't love this. If I didn't want to help people, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be happy fulfilling this after I finish this and then editing the video to make it look how I want it to look. And give the information that I want to give for you. I wouldn't be happy doing that if I didn't love this. All right? If I had to do this for someone else just because they were giving me money, I would fucking hate it. It would sap my energy. I would go home and like, fuck. And I'd have to re-zap myself up to the right state so I can do shit that I like. That's what really happens. The problem with people is that they go to a job, 9-to-5 job. They go there with some energy. They don't want to be there all the time. They have to go there because of money. Money's an overruling factor with a lot of fucking things, obviously. But they go there, they're spending their energy there. They're spending all their time there. They don't want to be there. That's all just energy just piling up on some negative thought. It's understandable. But like, at one point they get home to their house. They walk inside, they're all smug and walking disingenuous, like, oh, fuck this shit, that's when I go to sleep. They've already spent all this potential energy that they could have had investing in themselves in whatever they want to learn for their life. Whatever they can use to grow in their life, their mind, to expand this paradigm shift, to look outside of the norms of normal society and the paradigms of original thought processes. It doesn't matter. They're just so tired. It's not that they're not active. They're just so tired. But what I want you to realize in this paradigm shift as well is that you have the power. The problem with that too, with them, is that they have this comfort zone. They still live in that zone. Since they're in that low level of energy, their body's always sinking low, and it causes them to eat shit food. That affects their mind, because your mind and your body are one thing. Your endocrine system, the endocrine system, was it the endocrine system? I don't remember what system, but there was a system that connects your mind to your body, all right? And when your body's not functioning as one, your mind fucks up too. You don't want that. So if your body's in a shit state, so is your mind. And if your mind's always in a shit state, then you're going to be in a bad mental state all the time. You're never going to want to do anything. You're never going to become aware of the zone. Okay? You will never step out of that zone. You will always live in that comfort zone. You have to fight. You have to push through. You have to make the initiative. You have to know what you want. You have to drop all these fucking limited beliefs. And more importantly, you have to burn the bridges and the boats and all the scapegoats that could possibly prevent you from getting whatever you want. You have to make time for yourself. And you have to stay true to that commitment to changing the world one day at a fucking time. You change not just the world, your world first, and then the world, the external world afterwards, by affecting people with your presence, your charisma, your charmingness, whatever it is you want, whatever you possess as a person. It's beautiful. That is the last step. But what I want to convey to you is this. It's actually pretty important too. Part of the last step. Within that process of making the commitment, going here to here, from living at life's edge, because life is right here. Me? I like this. Life is like this. I'm above the line. I have to keep myself above there. When I keep myself above this line, this is life, right? I keep myself out here. When I continually do that, that's where I'm happy. You have to become aware of where your line is at. You don't want to be in the comfort zone. Step out of it. Get comfortable with that. Get comfortable doing that. And then after you get more comfortable with that, step out of it. Keep growing. Keep growing and keep growing. Okay? My comfort zone is always growing. I am a wildly diverse character. My friend, I can probably tell you that a lot of my friends are like, you're fucking weird. You're a fucking dick. You're an asshole. You're funny. What the hell's wrong with you? You're so weird. I don't know. It's because I'm always growing. It's because I'm always learning shit. I'm always active. I can't sit still. But like I can't stand for anything that's less than great. That's just me as a character. And that's what I want for you. Greatness is your thing, right? And one of the things that I want you to become aware of on this process of burning the bridges, the roads, and all the scapegoats is this. When you're changing the world for yourself at first, every day at a time, you need to be able to expect the unexpected to happen. Because life is life, no matter what you do. Life is life. There are going to be rifts, there are going to be turns, there's going to be spirals, there's going to be all this fucking kind of shit. You have to be able to expect the unexpected to happen. What I want you to practice, in fact, is that practice becoming non-reactive to life situations. Like, it's kind of a bad example, but like, think of someone dropping a flower pot on your toe. It's kind of funny. Whoop, smashes and lands on your toe. Usually that would hurt like a motherfucker, especially if it's like full of soil. It's like a 2-pound flower pot, lands on your toe. I'm not going to say do this, but when it lands on your toe, practice not reacting to the thing. Control yourself. Even like that. If I like knock this down, don't react to it. Just become calm, cool. Practice that. Don't be reactive to anything. If you do that enough, that muscle itself will help you with life's tensions, believe it or not. You can even play with tension, which is another factor in itself. Just like this. Pauses in my sentences. Right? So expect the unexpected to happen, because it is going to happen. Life is going to happen. Your mom could get in an accident, she could have cancer, your dog could die, your house might burn down, all that shit. But practice being non-reactive to it. Be responsive and act to it, act on it, fix the problem, but be non-reactive. Don't become extremely emotional on it. All right? It's your duty as a man not to become extremely emotional over that kind of shit. You have to be the fucking rock in the storm and hold your ground on that. Yes, shit happens, but be the rock in the storm. I was giving that for. Okay. I was gonna quote something else, but that's not really matter. On my ending of this right here, right now, I am gonna quote something. My favorite mentor. One of my favorite mentors on when he finishes his leaving, on his interpretation of this, of burning the bridges, the boats, and all the scapegoats that can prevent you from becoming successful. The best, most fun, most natural, and rambunctious fucking version of yourself right now, today. To top this final video training off, the thing you need to know for that is I want you to keep fucking going. Keep going.